Good blessed Tuesday morning, October the 15th, 2024. It's about 11:32 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaim toughest to the proclaim weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or produce. That's your prerogative. You have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution. A freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom to protest, freedom to gather, freedom to associate. As long as you do it in a peaceful manner. If you're on probation or parole, I always tell you to check with your probation or parole officer to see if it's okay for you to gather with other people that's on probation or parole. Or if you're a felon, check with your local law enforcement agencies to see whether or not felons can associate with any together. But what I want to talk about today is Robert. Some of y'all call him Bobby Hearns. He's been the chief of police for some decades now. He's been in the police department probably over the Charles, Missouri Police Department for over probably 30-something years. His family, Warren E. Hearns, was the governor here in the state of Missouri. Warren Hearns' wife, which is Robert Hearns' auntie, she was a one-term Missouri state senator. And he been living off of that name, just like a lot of them individuals downtown in City Hall. They living off their names because they big-time farmers or they got a little money. But they don't know God to bring them down like he did Darren Cain, the former prosecuting attorney here in Charles, Missouri. He didn't resign. God resigned him, sent him to the cemetery with COVID. God put a judge that's on the bench now, gave him a massive heart attack in Tennessee in his vacation log cabin. He let him survive that. Hopefully he got a wake-up call. God took another judge off the bench that falsely found me guilty of harassment on Lester Gillespie. Lester Gillespie is a black individual that's around here misusing and abusing the black community. But that ain't what I come to talk about. I want y'all to keep your cameras out. If you scared to show stuff that you see some of these police or Lester Gillespie, Rodney Jones, or some of these other evil people here in Charles, Missouri doing to oppress people, y'all get your cameras, send it to me. I'm not afraid to put it up. I want to show y'all a video of our last city council meeting. I believe it was on Tuesday, the 8th of October. And I want you to see what Robert Hearns did in there to a brother that was addressing the mayor, the chair of the city hall. Robert Hearns is a sergeant at arms. Didn't nobody call him. Matter of fact, I want y'all to see the order that he gave his police officers while we was in the public on camera at a public city council meeting. He told them to pick him up and take him out. First, he tried to grab the brother. The brother moved his hand because Robert Hearns had no authorization to put his hands on him. If he was in Chicago, he'd have got his ass whooped, probably his life took, and his name put on the Undertaker's book. Only way he can do this type of shit, he is in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County. And if you listen to the mayor didn't disagree with what he was saying. The mayor said, no, Bobby, not now. In other words, not here. You see that Negro Raymond Lewis Ivy got that camera going. You see the other girl, the female there got the cameras going. You don't want to do it right now like y'all did May the 8th or the 6th of 2017 in the Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County Jail. Some of the Charles, Missouri Police Department and some of the Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff deputies killed Tory D. Sanders, a 28-year-old mentally ill black man in the jail who got lost and should have been taken to the hospital, but the people that's trained up under Robert Hearns, they took him to jail. The man had mental. He didn't have no warrant. He didn't commit no crime. He told them, I need some help. And they could have took him 15 miles away, called the ambulance, and took him to the Sykes in Missouri hospital. He would have been living today. But an individual like Josh Hawley, that's a senator now, they didn't want no charges on him, on these individuals, because they was all white, killed a brother, a mentally ill brother. But let's go back to 2011. November 2011, when they killed a mentally ill individual here, up under Robert Hearns, again, up under Robert Hearns' watch. Murray Asbury, also known as G Unit, a good brother. He had some mental issues, but he was a good brother, a non-violent brother. He ain't try to harm nobody. But Robert Hearns was on the scene when one of his officers, who now is not at the Charleston, Missouri Police Department, he's been promoted since he killed the brother. He's down in East Prairie, Missouri, as a captain now. But before he went to East Prairie, he was down there in East Prairie before, and he shot another brother, about a 16-year-old black guy, and then he came to Charleston. Killed one here, now he gone back down to East Prairie, but up under Robert Hearns' watch. The man was mentally ill. The man was shot twice. He was tased down. What would you shoot him if he tased already? When you got the sergeant that been on the force for over 30-something years, the individual that shot him, Keith Bedford, his mother on the scene, the resource officer, Brenda Bedford, all these veteran police on there, and they claim he came at Robert Hearns and nicked Robert Hearns with a squad. Robert Hearns ain't have no scratches on him. The only injuries he got, you see what I'm saying, is a racist injury. He been racist ever since I known him down here. But y'all look at these videos. Y'all stop fighting each other, black folks here in this town. You see what I'm saying? Y'all stop relying on people like Lester Gillespie and Rodney Jones. Do you think they give a damn about y'all? They is doing for themselves and their family. How many of them Lester Gillespie or Rodney Jones or any of these other sellout Negroes y'all see with these signs up in their yard? They ain't gonna put Harris in there. Rodney Jones, when Brent Farrow, the Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard, the sheriff for the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff Department here in Charleston, when he was running, Rodney Jones had a real big old sign in front of his trucking company over there on South Main Street. But I want y'all to just check this here out, man. Robert Hearns and them, had we not had cameras on October the 8th in City Council, the City Council meeting, Robert Hearns and them probably would have killed this guy. Robert Hearns tried to grab him and take him out. Robert Hearns told his officers, they came at him. And they stood there. But the man said, not now, not now. Not don't do it, not now. There been some racist, hateful, evil white folks down there, y'all. And if it ain't you, don't let your shoe fit wear it. But those of y'all that's running it, y'all some evil-ass white folks that God gonna tear y'all ass up. Peace be still. I forgot to tell y'all this here. How many people have Robert Hearns ordered murdered that haven't been on camera? How many been falsely arrested that haven't been on camera? That's why they not in a rush to get body cameras in the police vehicles, body cameras on the police, and getting these cameras working on the streets. How many people have they murdered in these jails? How many have they brutalized in them jails and on the streets? And if you're not part of what Robert Hearns is doing, and you're a law enforcement official, and you're not a part of what Brent Farrow is doing, and you're not a law enforcement official, don't let it bother you, because if the shoe fit wear, and those of you preachers like Arthur Cassell saying it's not racism, and Nigel Easton talking about it's us, it may be some of us, him, Arthur, and some of the people that they run with, but it ain't all of us. It's some of us fighting against this stuff, and I don't give a damn who don't like what I'm saying. I don't give a damn who you kin to. I don't give a damn if you're the chief of chiefs. Some of us tired of this stuff that's going on in the non-black community. I ain't talking about people that's getting on Facebook talking. I'm talking about people that's going on the scene of these shootings like I am. I'm talking about these people that's standing up against these judges, these police, these Negroes that call themselves killers. I know some killers. I was in prison with some killers. I know some killers in some different states. You see what I'm saying? If you a killer, stop doing this stuff to the black folks and then go down there and tell them folks y'all tired of this oppression. You ain't gonna do it.
Information on a death in the Mississippi County Jail. Coroner Terry Parker identifies the man who died as 28-year-old Tory Sanders of Nashville, Tennessee. Parker says Sanders was in the jail a short time. He could not clarify if Sanders was an actual inmate or just being held. Jail officials say Sanders became combative Friday and seriously injured 6 officers before he could be restrained. During the altercation, they say Sanders collapsed and was taken to the hospital where he later died. The coroner says an autopsy was inconclusive.
The comment section, it's already on.
I'm sorry, I'll do it for the chair. The chair is the last. Your job is to sit there.
No, my job is to keep
No,
following.
your job
Okay,
is to listen to
sir,
what we
come on, let's go. Hit it, let's go.
Don't touch me.
Well, then get up.
Don't touch me.
Then get up and leave, or you're gonna be placed under arrest.
Come on.
You're not gonna disrupt the meeting now, go.
I was asking him a question.
Pick him up and go.
Don't touch me.
Get him. Okay.
Chief, not right now. Wow. We haven't quit. We haven't quit. Council hasn't quit talking yet. Let us finish talking. Then I'll talk with you.
All I did is I asked you a specific question. I wasn't speaking.
You're not supposed to, you're not supposed to ask
All
questions.
you had to do was say no, and I would have been quiet. All of this would have been avoided. All you had to do was say, no, I'm not going to, no, you can't. That's all you had to say. All this is exactly what I'm talking about when I come up here and talk about public safety. All this. Not unnecessary.
There's a whole bunch of things that people want to do in the city. They want to change it. If they want to do, they want to take care of the dogs. They want to open up and sell liquor on Main Street. They want to, they have to get a group of people. They have to do the research. They have to pull it together. They present it to him, and he brings it to us. That's the form.
And that's understandable.
And there's Facebook. I mean, they're videotaping it and putting every meeting on Facebook, at least 3 of them now, apparently.
And that does not intimidate me.
It doesn't intimidate me either. I have nothing to hide.
It's just
But they're doing it, so they're being able to face their thing. The thing is the interruptions, the putting down of our police force, the verbiage of saying that we are wanting, that we're not doing our job and that we're rushing things through. This is the way you do it.
Mississippi County Sheriff. No, that's the Charleston Police Department. I'm hoping, let's see what's going on. Which way are they going here? Going over the bridge. So it must be something happening on the I-57 northbound. They didn't go over the viaduct, which is boomland. Let me ride my bike down and check it out. It's my type of work, y'all. Saving lives.